Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the new ROG EURUX GR120 fans. First, these fans are not technically officially out anywhere yet. These are samples from ASUS. You can import them from China, although I don't think they're officially on sale in China for ASUS either. I think some retailers are kind of jumping the ship there. So with that said, I'm going to go into how we can kind of see that as we go into the software portion, but let's get started. Now, first of all, these fans only come in two colors, white and black, right? But additionally, they come in reverse and regular. So on the black box, you'll see a reverse logo, and on the white box, you'll see the same reverse logo, but in gray. Okay, now this setup is going to be very much like many of the other fans these days in that you will be using a controller. Now, so with that said, you need to buy a 3-pack in order to get the controller, or you have to buy the controller separately. As far as I know, I don't know when the controller is being sold separately, but given kind of how ASUS tends to release things, I would say you're probably better off buying the 3-pack to get the controller. Even with Lanley, that was kind of difficult, when they launched a new fan, and they were all about launching fans, right? So with that said, let's get started. I'm gonna pop open the reverse because I already opened it previously, just to take a look. All right, so you can see here in the box, you're gonna get it's not in the best order as it was before, okay? So you're gonna get the controller in the box here, the top box. Now the instructions aren't super clear, and there's no manual on the page when I checked. So it's whatever this little booklet says, which is just a quick start guide. So there are some details which I would like to know, but I'll have to try to find out. So in the box, you're gonna get a controller. Now this controller is very nice. It does have the ROG logo on it, right? And it has 4 ports, okay? These are the ports you're gonna connect your fan cables to. And then you have 1 USB port. This is going to connect to your internal USB or external if you have an adapter wire, whatever it may be, and 2 SATA ports. Now, if you're asking, do you need to plug in both SATA ports? I'm not too sure because I was able to power 6 fans on 1 SATA port. So I don't know the limit of when you would need more than 1 SATA. And it doesn't say that in the instruction manual. So just to play safe, plug in both, okay? Now, you also get 3 sets of fan screws. Unfortunately, they're black, not silver or white. Kind of a misstep, but it is what it is. And then you're gonna have these cables here. Now, this is an extension cable. So the point of this cable is that if you have a fan, let's say on the rear of your case, and it's not long enough on the default fan cable, then you can extend it with this cable. And that comes with the connector. So I guess the 3-pack. I think the idea is that you would buy a 3-pack and 1. So you would have 3 fans on your AI already. You buy 3 other fans and a +1, and that +1 will go on the rear of your case, whatever it may be. So I think that's the logic behind it, because you also get this +1 cable, which I will show you in a second here. So this cable here, you see kind of splits, right? One side is actually a little bit longer than the other side, right? So this one side is going to go into your controller, and this will go to your 3-pack or your single fan, and the longer one will go to the other 3-pack or the single fan. So this concept is pretty much a 3+1 idea, right? And that's kind of why I was saying they kind of maybe mapped it out that you would buy 3 and then the single, not so much that I mean, obviously, if you're a fan, you can fill your cases with it if you really want, and you would have more, right? So let's get to the fans themselves. Let's pop this open here. Okay, so you're gonna get 3 fans in the box and nothing else, okay? So the fans themselves, this instruction booklet is just a quick start guide. It does not go into details of the SATA and all that, okay? So just leave it. Okay, so here we go. Inside each box, you will get 1 fan and a cable. Now this cable is your standard 2-controller cable, okay? As if you bought the fan as a single pack. I'm not too sure why they include it, but it's nice that they include it, I guess. So you can see here, this is going to be a reverse blade, and let's just take a look around. You can see here that you have the ROG logo on this side. You have another ROG on this side. So all the sides are covered, and everywhere you see it's translucent acrylic will light up. You guys will see the B-roll of that. Okay. Now, also, the screw holes are actually covered with the small rubber rubbery tab. Now, technically, you could connect 3 and only use the 2 corners on, you know, it's strong enough of a connection that you don't need to screw in all the holes. So I guess, because once you put in the screw, I mean, you know, but I guess it's nice that if you screw it in from the back only as a case fan, it's gonna look flush, right? But if you screw it on as a radiator fan, then you're gonna have to kind of look at the screw, okay? So now you'll notice that this side pops off and this side connects. So the side with the raw guide that says Republic of Gamers EST 2006 is the side that's actually gonna connect. And they're a bit kind of really stiff sometimes, like this one right here. I was playing with some of them and some of them are really stiff, a little too stiff for my liking. All right, so now you can see this is a contact pin. Okay, so it's gonna lock into another fan, I'm sure in a second. So the ones that rotate out is the connection side. So just keep in mind, this side with the EST 2006 is the connection side. The side that says ROG is the side that's gonna face out on your case, okay? You're gonna see that side. So here, this side is just just fell. Okay, so one of the tabs just fell. So this side is gonna dummy, right? You don't need to worry about it. And this side is the connector. So what happens is if you get another fan, take another fan out here. It's gonna be the same. Now, I forgot to mention the inside ring here as well does light up. So this is lighting up and around the edges, you know, the sides here, they all light up. So like I was saying earlier, you find the side that says ES 2006 and you can connect to the fan. But since we're connecting on this side, you're gonna do this for those who dare side is going to be the side you're going to open and connect with. Now this kind of just snaps into place like so. It's super sturdy, right? I have no issues with the contact. I even tried just using the corner screws and it was fine. I never had any issues with the contact. I played with about 6 of these and I also played with these at Computex, not at the show floor, and they were fine. Okay, so no complaints there. To show you guys the blacks, I'll just pop one of these open. Okay, so this is what a single pack's gonna look like. Now, these are on sale on eBay, but I can tell you, please do not import them from China. If you have a problem, you are going to have a hell of a time getting another one, especially with the exchange. If, you know, sometimes they'll take returns or whatever it may be. It's just painful, and you're going to overpay the living daylights out for them. But I think people are selling them for like $80 each, which is insanity. Do not pay $80 for this fan. All right, so you get the cable and the screws. All right, so you have a single cable, screws, and your booklets. And here's the black one, okay? This is a non-reverse, all right? And this is the reverse blade. I don't know how well it's gonna come across, but it is different. And same thing, right? Same tabs. These tabs get lost really easy if you're not careful. So this is hardly much pretty connect. Now, I've only connected up to 4. I don't know the limit, because it doesn't say in the book either. So I'm going to assume it's probably 4 or 5. All right, that's generally, I think Lanley lets you do up to 6. Right. You know what? If I can find out, I'll let you know, because the thing is, sometimes it'll light up and it'll spin, but then when you go to do effects and stuff, you might run into issues. So even though, let's say you connect 6 and it still works, doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, anything more than that will work. Because in Armory Crate, I can see you can go up to 5, I think. So I think 5 is kind of a hard limit. Okay, so with that said, let's go into the software and take a look. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the software portion. This is going to require Armory Crate. Yes, so if you don't like Armory Crate, don't use the fans, because this is the only way you're going to be able to control them. As I mentioned earlier, it comes with a hub. The hub only has a USB out. There's no PWM, RGB adapter, any of that kind. You're going to have to use the hub. And because it's the USB hub, you come in the Armory crate. If you're buying all these ASUS products and etc., seriously guys, learn to use Armory crate. I'm gonna show you guys real quick once again, as I always do, why you need Armory crate. So if you come into Armory crate, you see all these devices. It finds every ROG device you have. Things like this, the HAL Central, these affect your Aura sync. So for example, your RGB and your GPU doesn't work, you probably need to update. The ASUS live service also has to do with lighting, which comes with Armory crate. Things like, you know, you can see these things get updated all the time, right? So I mean, you might not like FanExpert etc., but you kind of need it for these fans obviously. But you know, see here, any firmware etc. for these fans, they will come through Armory crate, much like everything else ASUS has, the mice, the keyboard, all this stuff. So if you're buying ASUS products, just use Armory crate. It's a lot better than it used to be. It's not as trash, but that's a whole nother thing. Now, one thing to note, it will show up under your devices as so, and you click into it. Currently, what you're seeing on the screen is static because it's syncing to the rest of my devices, which is just a static yellowish gold. But here, you know, let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of the sync. Okay, so we're going to remove the URX. So one thing I do want to mention real quick is that if it doesn't show up in your devices, check for two things. Come into Device Manager. If you only see Aura OOD controller, then it's only picking up the box, but it's not picking it up completely. This is kind of strange. I did have this issue where it was really picky about the USB 2 ports internally. Like one of them, it would just not work on, even though AIO screen works there. Anything else I plug into that port works fine, but the controllers, out of all three that I tried, would not work on that port. I have no idea why that is. As far as I'm concerned, they're identical, but you know, I haven't been able to replicate it on another board, but on this Z890i, which has a little adapter card, it doesn't make sense the AIO works, but the fan controller doesn't. Just another device I test all work, just the controller. I don't know. It's just strange. It might be a one-off, but just as a warning, if it's not working, change the USB port. Okay, use a different one. If you only have one, that's gonna kind of suck. If you only have one and it doesn't work, you can adapt it to an external, right? Or you can buy a USB-C internal and adapt that, right? But hopefully that doesn't happen to you. So once you come in here and click into the fans, you're gonna be able to kind of set the effects across all 4 ports of that controller. I haven't tested having more than one controller yet, so keep that in mind. Now, one more thing, this firmware update tab, as of the making of this video on 6/29/2025, I cannot update the firmware. It does not work. Okay, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about these fans probably not officially being out. All right, so now let's kind of go through the effects, right? So let's just obviously you can have them separate too, but I'm going to sync them for the purposes of this video. We're going to sync them. So we have Storm, which I'll apply here. You can see that, right? It kind of has that cycle. You can kind of see right here what you're going to get. And then if you click on this, you know, you can rename port whatever you want to name it to. But here we go. So let's slow it down a little bit so you guys can see it. You can obviously change the direction. You can change the colors to whatever you want. And let's go to River. Now by default it changes all the colors, but you obviously you can do whatever you want here. So that's River. And then let's go to Rainbow River, which is just unicorn mode. And then Split. This is going to require a firmware update, so we can't see it. And Barbershop. Okay. It's pretty cool. Now the fans, like I was saying earlier, only connect one way, so you don't have to worry about how is it going to look like the Lan Li fans. You know, you might be confused on like which fan is doing what. Like this kind of makes it a little bit easier, but you know, by the same time, the you know, the LED portions are going to look one way and one way only. All right, this requires firmware update, so I'm sure in the future they might add even more, right? I don't know, but as of right now, this is what we have. We have the alternate, which I think is kind of a stock, right? No, is it? It's more like a breathing than anything else. All right, so let's see, pinball. So this one, you see you have a little dot coming across. It's pretty cool.
and then or sync obviously is going to be syncing to what you had. So this goes back to the gold that I had earlier. So that pretty much wraps up the lighting. Now if we go to fan control, this is where you're going to be able to set your fan curves per port. Right, you're gonna have fixed RPM, smart mode, which is obviously just PWM mode, and you have profiles preset. It has auto tuning, which I kind of don't really understand why, because all the fans are going to be the same URUX fans. They should have the same profile. So I'm not sure why. I'm saying, like, you know, max speed, min speed is something which auto tuning tries to figure out. So I'm a little confused by that one. You can see your CPU is going off the CPU temp. I don't see how you can adjust it for other temps. Let's see. So we have silent, standard, turbo, and full speed. You can save these profiles, but it doesn't let you set it to, like, for example, your motherboard temp or case temp. It only has CPU. Now, obviously, it's showing you CPU temp. I mean, this may change over time. Hopefully it does, because then we can set it to like a water temp sensor, which I think you should be able to do with FanExpert. Usually allows you to do that. All right, so I did install FanExpert, as you can see here. It doesn't actually control the fans at all. These are only the fans, you know, that are on the board in terms of the header. Outside of the, you know, things like the AO pump, which is through USB, which does work, but things like this fan does not. I don't know if it's because it's not. I mean, it's just software. They can do it. They can definitely get it in here. It might take some time. I'm going to personally put that up as feedback. So right now, all you can do is come in devices and do this. I really wish they did a kind of adapter that allowed you to have motherboard, just off your motherboard, RGB header, and, you know, PWM. At least the PWM control part, that would have been nice. For example, if you use something like, I don't know, AquaSuite, or you just, you know, use something different, right? These fans are definitely, you know, on the high. I don't know the price because they're technically not on the market. If you're importing them at the ridiculous prices as I see on eBay, all I can say is you really shouldn't do that. You should just wait for it to be available in your region, because you're essentially way overpaying for these fans. I assume they're going to come in similar to what the Lian Li 3-pack would be. That's what I would assume, because they're kind of a competitive product in that regard. Other than that, the software does need work in terms of the fan control. I really wish to come out with a different type of hub that has an adapter for PWM. So, I mean, if you just want simple and you like the look, they're okay, you know. In terms of feel, like as I was saying earlier, they feel okay. Not the softest plastic. Actually, I find the MR120s, the kind of cheaper fans, feel a little bit better. But they obviously, you know, there's more details on these, so it's not like just like a soft plastic side like the other ones. So, I don't know. I mean, if you're a ROG fan, you like it. Personally, I think the look is okay. I think it'd be pretty cool once you have in a full system. But I do, like I said, the controller's the downside for me. Maybe they'll release a version that doesn't use it. Obviously, they have experience with daisy chain fans that use just a traditional RGB header and the PWM. This is kind of what's on, like, I think the Extreme, right? The Ryujin Extreme. But once again, the fan people and the AIO fan people are different people. So it is what it is. It's the first ROG fan outside of the, well, RGB ROG fan, right? So yeah, overall, you know, not a bad thing, but not my cup of tea per se. But, you know, if you like the look, you like the look. So